What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, we've got some technical difficulties as always on this channel because this is such a professional and organized channel. It's about to start raining, so we're gonna have a big echo. I gotta keep the doors closed. Tonight, what we have in this box are our shocks. So we got our shocks in from LMR. They're a single adjustable shock, a strange shock. We're gonna go ahead, open this package up. I'm gonna show you guys what we got. We got something else in here too, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I forget what I order. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's what else we got. I forgot about that. So, bam, look at that. Torco, not one can, but 2 cans. Guys, this stuff is amazing. If you never used Torco and you wanna, say you have a boosted car, you wanna run a little bit more boost, you wanna have more of an aggressive tune, this is an option right here. This Torco is really, really good stuff. And right here on the back, it tells you your ratios and all that type stuff. The deal with Torco, what I like about it over, say, like E85 is you don't have to have as much injector to run Torco. You can pour this Torco in, add a little bit of timing to your car, whatever the case may be, a little bit more boost, and you're good. That's why I like the Torco. And I want to say it's like for 2 cans, it's like 50 something bucks. Guys, think about this. So for like 25 bucks, you pour this into a whole tank of gas. And for like 50 bucks, you've got a whole tank of race gas. You can't beat that. This is like deja vu right here. I feel like we just did this. But in actuality, what we opened were struts. So this is gonna be a little bit different. These are our shocks for the back of the car. This is not a sponsored video, but I will tell you guys this. I like to work with LMR. We work with them a lot, and they do sponsor my channel. But I did pay for these. With that being said, there will be a link down below if you guys are interested. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these things out. Got some paperwork here. So this tells you basically what the adjustments do on the shocks and a little bit of information on them. I know Viking, they're really good shocks. QA1, there's so many good shocks out there. Guys, don't be sleeping on Strange though. Strange still makes some really good stuff, so it's pretty reasonable. The rebound and the compression are gonna be the same on these shocks. So say if we crank these things all the way up and make them as stiff as possible, then they're gonna be stiff on compression. They're gonna be as stiff on rebound. So that's what your single adjustable shock gets you versus something like a double adjustable where you can adjust compression and rebound. That's that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one out and I'm gonna show you guys just how easy this is to install. First thing we obviously want to do is get the car jacked up. So I'm gonna go over here and get the jack. We're gonna get the car up and we're gonna put it on jack stands, but we're not gonna put the jack stands under the axle. What we're gonna do is make sure the jack stands are on the frame of the car, or in my case, we have subframe connectors. So we're gonna put them right there. That way we can adjust the height of the rear end. And I'll show you guys more about that in just a second. So right now we still have the original shocks on the car. So what I'm gonna do is kind of push down on the back of the car and note how the bounce is, right? I want you guys to pay attention to how springy and bouncy this car is. And then once we put the new shocks on, I wanna try that again and see if there's a noticeable difference. Okay, so that's before. It's not gonna be super noticeable, especially for you guys, but I'll be able to tell if it makes a big difference once we're done. So right down in here, you can see that's your bolt. So that's the top of your shock right there. Same thing on this side. So let me get the car up on some jack stands. I'll show you where we put those and we'll move on from there. We just want to come in here with an impact and knock that out. So now that we got our jack stands under there, what we're gonna do is lower the car a little bit. So all we're gonna do now is pop this off, and we'll be able to start replacing our shocks. It's that easy. So we'll put a 15 millimeter on the back side and an 18 on the front. And that's that. And there it is, guys. There's your shock. See how easy that is to compress? These are really, really, really old shocks. These are completely different, guys. They don't pull out as easy and they don't compress as easy. Let's go up here and look at our sheet and see what it says. So rear dampening adjustment, drag race 5, street 4 or 5, and road race 7 or 8. So let's just go 5. Let's just go 5 on them, and that should be good. Hook them all the way back. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, this is pretty simple. All I'm gonna do is pull the shock out. Feed it up through the hole. All right. So we now have this shock installed. I'm gonna go ahead, cut the camera off, finish the other side. We'll drop the car down. We'll check everything, make sure it's good. Of course, we still have to drive the car, but for right now, I just want to give you guys like an installation video of it, talk about them, and let's just check and see if it helps the car any as far as like the way it bounces or reacts or anything like that. Okay, we got the shocks in, and guys, wow, I am shocked at the difference that it made. That's amazing. I can't even get the car to move. So I'm probably gonna have to soften them up a little bit and know the car is not on the jack stands. So something I will show you guys, look at this. Look at this crap. So this is the strut, this is the shock that still works. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not the best, but it does work. Look at this, guys. Look, completely busted. So that was some of the problem that we were having with the car squatting to one side. Oh yeah, look at that. This is absolutely gonna make a difference in the car, so I'm super excited about this. Let's go ahead and get this thing lowered down. I don't think we're gonna be able to drive it tonight. It's just, it's a little late, and we got some really bad weather coming in. But let's go ahead and get this thing down and talk about it. Car seems a little bit lower. I don't know, what the deal is. Maybe I repositioned the springs a little bit differently, but the car does seem to be a little bit lower. So this whole time we've been needing shocks, and I didn't know it. I knew the car had a weird squat to it whenever we would leave out, like it was dragging its ass whenever it left, but this is definitely gonna help the car, without a doubt, And it's gonna make it more fun to drive, right? So, that's something that I always like to remind you guys of that are maybe new to the game and you don't wanna spend money in certain areas. It's really hard to spend money on stuff like shocks and struts. I have a hard time with it. But I wanna remind you guys that that's what's gonna make your car fun to drive, right? You don't wanna be driving your car around if it's bouncing all over the place and bottoming out whenever you hit bumps. A lot of times we don't think about it, and we get so caught up in going fast. And I even made a video about it. And I don't get caught up in these mods like this, but when you do it, it does make you feel better about your car. So, when you throw new parts at it like that, new shocks, new struts, a lot of times you don't realize just how worn out your stuff was until you replace it. And once you do that, you're like, oh crap, I wish I had done that a long time ago. So hopefully here real soon, though, we'll be able to get back out here and really start grinding away at these cars. This car, we still got some work to do to it. We still have to measure out, put a belt on it. since we did the underdrive pulleys. And I want to start driving this car. So I want to start driving this thing back and forth to work some. A sneak peek of what's going on over here, guys. I'm not going to go into that. We did a live stream on it. So a lot of you already know, but some of you don't. So if you're curious as to what's going on here, go back and watch the live stream. You'll know what it is. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up tonight though. Here real soon, we're gonna get the car out, we're gonna drive it, and I'm gonna let you guys know if these shocks and struts made a difference. And then we're gonna start on the tune on the car, put some Torco in it, start tweaking some things. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.